Hello Class 2, today we're going to have a look at this book called Rainforests. As you can see, there's a photograph on the front cover, so I'm guessing that this book is a non-fiction book and not a story. I'm going to share some of the pages in this book with you today, and hopefully it will help you in your research, ready for when you're writing your page for our Class 2 Rainforest alphabet book. So here's the front cover. We've got a second title page inside with a different photograph and some information about who put the book together, the writers, the illustrators, the designers. And then we've got our contents page with all the different subjects that are covered in this non-fiction book down in page number order. Not alphabetical order for the contents, but page number order. So the order that they appear in the book. And as you can see, it starts with In the Rainforest on page 3. In the rainforest, tropical rainforests are thick, leafy jungles. They grow in warm places where it rains a lot. Many different plants, animals and people live in them. So it's not just animals that live there, people live there too. So this page tells us a little bit about how the rainforest is made up, the different levels in there. So it's entitled Towering Trees, and it says plants and trees need sunlight to grow. The branches of the tallest trees are spread out so that their leaves get plenty of sunlight. This layer is called the canopy. And there's an arrow showing you that they're referring to this very highest part of the rainforest. Some of the biggest trees in rainforests are over 1,000 years old, and there's a fun drawing of a tree with a beard and grey hair to make it look old. So maybe you could include some drawings on your page. Less sunlight reaches this layer. It is called the understory. The plants here have big leaves to catch as much light as they can. And it's pointing again to show us where to look. The forest floor is dark, so there aren't many plants. Okay. So what's next? Canopy climbers. The canopy layer is full of life. Some of the animals that live there never go down to the forest floor. Sloths have long, sharp claws that help them hang from branches. They move very slowly and spend most of their lives asleep. Howler monkeys gather in groups at the tops of trees. They hang from their tails and pick fruit and leaves to eat. They howl loudly to warn other monkeys to keep away. Aye-ayes have a long middle finger that they use to pull bugs out of branches. All of these are interesting facts, aren't they? In the understory, beneath the canopy, the trees are covered with different kinds of plants. Hummingbirds use their long beaks to feed from orchids. So we've got a picture here and a caption telling us a little bit about the picture. Maybe you could include that in your page. The roots of these plants soak up water from the air. That's different. Some plants fill up with water. Frogs sometimes lay their eggs in them. These are bromeliads, one of the words that was on our alphabetical list the other day. Woody vines called lianas grow up trees to get closer to the sunlight. These leaves have pointed drip tips so that water runs off them quickly. Isn't nature clever? On the ground. Mrs. Crysdale will love this page. Millions of bugs live beneath the trees, on plants and on the forest floor. Leafcutter ants bite leaves into small pieces. The ants carry the pieces to their nest, then chew them into a pulp. The pulp rots and the fungus grows on it. The ants eat the fungus. clever. And look at this. This is a Brazilian wandering spider, and it's caught a bug and bitten it with its poisonous fangs. Up here, gladiator spiders weave sticky nets to drop onto their prey. So you can see bits of information spread out in different places on the page. You might want to think about that when you do yours. Getting about. Many animals travel through the rainforest without touching the ground. Flying frogs have long legs and wide webbed feet. They jump from branch to branch, then glide through the air to another tree. Gliding snakes can leap from tree to tree. They steer in the air by wiggling their bodies. That's amazing. Can you spot some alliteration here? Flying frogs have long legs and wide webbed feet. A baby spider monkey clings to its mother's tummy. The mother uses her arms and tail to swing through the trees. A flying squirrel sits on a tree branch. It leaps into the air, then stretches out its arms and legs and glides to another branch. Perhaps you could find out about flying squirrels for your page. Look at this beautiful animal. Big beasts. Some large rainforest animals hunt other animals for food. This jaguar is prowling around on the forest floor, looking for prey such as deer and pigs. Gorillas are huge, powerful animals, but they just like to eat plants. So you'd need to be more afraid of the jaguar than the gorilla if you were another animal. An anaconda quietly slithers up to a tapir by a river. It wraps itself around the tapir and squeezes tightly. The anaconda opens its jaws and slowly swallows the tapir. After its huge meal, the snake doesn't eat for several months. You can see the shape of the tapir inside, look. Oh my goodness. Poor tapir. But snakes have to eat too, don't they? After dark, some animals sleep during the day and only come out at night. A red-eyed tree frog wakes up to feed. It catches insects with its long tongue. An owl hears the frog moving and swoops down from a tree to catch it. The frog shows its bright body and eyes to surprise the owl and escapes. Tarsiers have huge eyes so that they can see when there isn't much light. They catch insects with their long fingers, then eat them. With so many creatures, rainforests can be very noisy at night. Now, smelly plants. We've been learning lots about plants in our science topic, haven't we? Let's see what rainforest plants are like. Rainforest plants can attract insects with their smell. Rafflesia flowers can be as big as truck wheels. They smell like rotting meat. To attract flies, the flies spread the flower's pollen. That does not sound like a nice smell, does it? A fly is attracted to a pitcher plant by its strong smell. The fly lands on the waxy edge of the leaf. It slips inside into a special liquid. The fly's body dissolves until it is liquid too. It is now food for the plant. We'll be thinking a bit more about this plant in science this week. Some water lilies trap beetles when they close their petals at night. The beetles get covered in pollen and then escape. So that helps the plant to spread its pollen. Beaky birds. Rainforest birds have beaks in many shapes and sizes. They're good for different things. This macaw has a strong beak that can pierce fruit and crack nutshells. Harpy eagles are so big they can grab monkeys out of trees. They eat them with their sharp hooked beaks. Poor monkeys. Toucans have long beaks. They can pick berries that are hard for other birds to reach. And they look really beautiful too. Rainforest rivers. Many rainforests have large rivers running through them. The most famous is the Amazon in South America. Lots of animals live and hunt in the Amazon. Capybaras have large front teeth for nibbling long grass. They look a bit like giant guinea pigs. Scarlet ibises use their long beaks to find food in the mud. Caimans hunt with only their eyes and noses above the water. Can you see them here? Look. Piranhas have sharp teeth that they use to tear animal flesh. Rich rainforests. Rainforest plants can provide food and other useful things. The seeds in cocoa pods are used to make a paste called cocoa butter. Cocoa butter is used to make candles, soap, and chocolate. Bananas were first found in rainforests. This bud will unfold and the flowers inside will turn into bananas. Some people chew the leaves of the kawa plant to cure toothache. So lots of diverse plants in the rainforest. Tropical tribes. Groups of people called tribes have lived in rainforests for thousands of years. The people in this photo built their home with wood and reeds from the rainforest. They live near a river, so the house is on stilts in case the river floods. People search in rainforests for fruit that they can eat, such as mangoes. Men hunt animals to eat using spears, bows and arrows and blowpipes. Sometimes they use the poison from the poison dart frogs. Boats carry people and goods quickly through the rainforest. They don't have cars. And this is the sad part. Ruining rainforests. Rainforests could be lost forever because so many trees are being cut down. People use the wood to make things such as paper and furniture. The land is also cleared so that farmers can grow crops and keep cows. When rainforests are destroyed, animals like these orangutans lose their homes. If an animal dies out forever, it becomes extinct. And there's no going back once that's happened. Bali tigers lost their rainforest home and are now extinct. So this kind of tiger here no longer exists because its home has disappeared. And then right at the back of this book we have a glossary. And this is where you would look to find out what words mean that you might not have heard of before, such as liana, a woody vine that grows up a tree towards the sunlight. And then some websites that you can visit if you want to find out more. And this one here is one of the ones that I put on my PowerPoint because it's a really good website to find out information. So have a look at that if you get a chance. I hope all that will help you with your page. Bye for now.